Hi there, everybody. This is Professor Nelson coming to you from behind the curtain. This particular chapter with personal pronouns has a lot of text on the slides, and I don't want to get in the way of the text. So I'm going to stay behind the slides, kind of like the Wizard of Oz, and just tell you what's going on from here. Personal pronouns are the names for the persons of verbs, like I, you, he, she, it, we, you all, and they. We use them both as pronouns when they say I see you, and we got a lot of presents from them, but they can also be used to emphasize sentences and other things. So let's take a look. Personal pronouns, in first and second, there are different forms for both singular and plural. For singular, first person singular, there's ego, there's Freud's ego, me, mihi, me. And for us, there's nos, nostrum, nobis, nos, nobis. For second person, similarly, there's a singular form, tu, tui, tibi, te, and plural form, vos, vestram, vobis, vos, vobis. Each of these pronouns have a corresponding possessive adjective. That means my, your, our, and your alls. So they're all very easy to decline. They're three termination adjectives. But the thing I want to call to your attention is that it's sometimes easy to mix up the adjective for the pronoun in the second person plural and in the first person plural. So nostrum, you'll notice the neuter singular form is the same as nostrum, meaning of us. So you have to tell that pretty much by context, but that's the only place the correspondence between the neuter singulars and the genitive plurals of the pronouns in first and second plural. For third person pronouns, there has to be a masculine and feminine and neuter form because it's he, she, or it that the pronoun refers to. And in Latin, this is the demonstrative pronoun, is, ea, and id. It's sometimes used as a demonstrative. You can say is vir, like that man, as a very kind of a weak demonstrative, or it can be used as a pronoun independently. Like demonstratives, you'll notice that there's ius in the genitive singular and I in the dative singular. I have the genitives highlighted in blue here because there is not a corresponding possessive adjective for third person. So Latin has to use the genitive, eius, of him or his, or her or hers, of it or its, in order to indicate possession, because there's no possessive adjective. This is going to be important to notice when we get to reflexives, because reflexive pronouns do have a possessive adjective, which we'll see in a chapter that's coming up. But for now, it's good to commit especially is, ea, and id to memory. It occurs quite a bit in Latin reading, as you can imagine. And recognizing it will make your reading and your translation a lot easier. Finally, in this chapter, you're given the pronoun idem, eadem, idem, a kind of pronoun or demonstrative pronoun that means the same. If you look at the breakdown in your book, you'll see that idem, eadem, idem is a combination of is, ea, and id combined with the suffix dem that means the same. The only place in which the way that the pronoun declines is slightly different is in cases where the pronoun ends in M. Latin didn't like M and D together, and if you try to say it, it is rather cumbersome. And so in pronunciation and then in spelling, the M was changed to an N. And down here at the bottom, you can see there's earundem. It's a feminine genitive plural, but instead of M, this has become N. So there's only a handful of cases where this happens, but it's ones that you can note, and they're in bold in your book. There are places in which we use this particular pronoun, and you used to see it a lot in footnotes. Some of you may have learned this kind of system if you've learned Chicago style or something like that. Idem, which means the same thing, is used to indicate that the reference in one footnote is the same as the one in the prior footnote. And the word ibidem, or ibid, as an abbreviation, is taken from the Latin ibi, there, and dem, same, meaning the same there, the same place. And it's used to indicate that the reference that I'm talking about in this footnote is the same place that occurs in the prior reference. So that's it for the highlights of this particular chapter. Learning the pronouns is an exercise, again, in memory, but they do follow patterns that you've seen before, and so they become easier to learn if you've learned the prior patterns. Take a look, too, over the idem, eadem, idem, just to familiarize yourself with the forms and the way that these look, because they do occur in the readings and the quizzes and the test. If you run across some of these and you're having trouble with them, please let me know. Put a question or help out somebody on the forum. And other than that, I'll see you online with your translations, and we're working towards Chapter 12 here and the next translation and test, and then we're on to the final lap. So hang with me, and good work to you.